Welcome back to the Weekend Warrior Show Recap Podcast. TyJon Charlie here. It's been a little while, I know. I've been trying to figure out some different ways to promote my music, and I kind of put the podcast on the back burner for a minute. I'm going to try to be more regular here with it. I'm trying to make it simpler so it's not as daunting, but that's kind of the name of what's been holding me back to some extent is... So I've had a tiny bit of success on promoting my music on TikTok, and I've been researching how to do it. And I mean, it's not much, but I've been trying to figure out a very cohesive way of posting every day. I've been doing, 1 to 3, most of the time, 2 or 3 videos a day. And it's weird. I have been noticing a little bit of traffic, and that's great. Because, literally nothing I've done for the last 10 years has really shown much kind of A to B. I do a thing and then it has a result. My Spotify listeners have been in the 20s for a really long time. And I wasn't really sure how to get any more traffic. So what I've been doing with the TikTok is just posting consistently and trying to figure out kind of some different formats to do that. And, I think I'm at 73 on the Spotify, which is nothing to most people, but to me, it's way better. Just see any improvement at all has been great. And I've been kind of, like I said, researching the right format for the post and how many times to post and what to do with all that stuff, and it actually seems to help. But hopefully it's exponential. So it's right now I'm building slowly. I got a good amount of followers on actually TikTok, and then I have those Spotify listeners. And the goal, the hope is if I keep consistent, I can kind of have that exponential curve. And so we'll see what happens, but I'm happy to see some sort of result, and I think I've got it down to a little bit of a science as far as how to make it not as daunting. And so that's kind of the story of why it's been a while since I've posted a podcast, but glad to be back, trying to make this process simpler too, because like I was saying, daunting is kind of the name of the game because you have to do so many different things. To be a musician that can consistently play, you have to spend a lot of times booking shows, practicing for shows, promoting shows, all that stuff. And then on the other side of the marketing, when you're putting music out, that's a lot. So, and I love doing the podcast. I just don't know that it yields any sort of real results. I'll do it anyway because I like to do it. And, there's really no rules, which is kind of cool with a podcast. It's like pirate radio, you can I can have a guest on. I can do a deep dive in a song. I can just talk about, all the stuff that's been going on with me. So it's a cool thing to just do. I enjoy doing it. So I'm hoping now that I've got the other stuff kind of back to a process, a specific process, and kind of got the iron some of the kinks out, I'll be kind of more regular with the podcast. So we'll see what happens. But there's, like I said, there's no rules, so it's more for me than anyone else probably at this point. But anyway, so I've released a bunch of music since my last podcast, and I think my last ones were kind of deep dives. Not really sure where I left off, but I've done, I did Syrup was the first real on this new project. What I released was Syrup, Pandemic Tune, a song about feeling stuck. And it's just how you can, it's kind of what I was talking about earlier. It's you put in so much time and work, and it doesn't seem to move the needle a whole lot with a lot of stuff. And so that's what that song, just being stuck and can't really figure a way out of it. And I'm always trying to figure a way out of it. And then I released, there was a couple of the live ones where I did When You're Gone. I did Station 11, which was probably my favorite one in the live session that I've done thus far. I like the Trilogy song a lot and the Harvest Moon cover, but I don't know, there's a special place in my heart for Station 11 because it took like 20 years to finish writing. So, and it was kind of spur of the moment, last minute decision to put it on the new live EP, the one man band style. And I mean, I'd played it a few times live, but I didn't really really practice it the amount of times I probably should have if I was going to try to record it. But I was like, yeah, it's 3-4 minutes. You know, it's not a big deal to waste that much time in the studio, even though studio time is expensive. But it's just like, I'll try it, see what happens. And I really liked the way it turned out. And I really love the melancholy in that song. It just has like this kind of pretty sadness, and then gets very, in the instrumental part, there's a lot of pain in it, and I love that pain sound. So, and it's just raw, you know, in the live in the studio. So it's a different vibe than some of the other stuff. And it's kind of a wonky rhythm, and it, you know, kind of changes around a lot. And I like the weirdness. And when I first wrote it, I was like trying to make it fit, and I was like, it's almost cooler if it doesn't fit exactly right. So I don't know, there's something about that I just really love. And then I did The Light, which is a song about kind of a long relationship and getting out of it, and kind of feeling like you're on, I mean, the first line, I'm on empty and I'm waiting to be untied and revived. I'm burrowed in the shadows. I'm numb, struck dumb, waiting for some light. Vacant with no might, you know, like, I don't know. It's like almost a metaphor, like I'm captured in a cave and, you know, just no energy, trying to move, get out somehow, trying to find my way out. And I think at the end of the song, the conclusion is I did find my way out. And I don't know, it's very, very kind of upbeat rock song, kind of rock, almost like pop, straightforward, but not really produced like a pop song by any means, but definitely maybe my poppiest song. Syrup and that one kind of have a similar vibe, and I like that a lot. And then I did the Harvest Moon cover, which was Neil Young, and one of my favorite songs to play, especially summertime outside, especially if you can even get a shot of the moon, like in my eye shot, or maybe from the audience's eye shot. It's cool to play that song on those nice breezy nights when it just feels good. And so to get that down kind of the way I've been performing it was really, really cool. And after that was Scarface. I did Scarface. I did the Trilogy song, which is another live. So Harvest Moon and the Trilogy song are both live in the studio, one-man band style. The Light and Syrup are, you know, kind of just studio acoustic tracks. And then, you know, 2 separate EPs ultimately. And so then the Trilogy song, there's just something about the darkness in that one that, you know, I had this comment that I thought was cool. It was like something about, this is straight devil worship. And I mean, the story is super dark, and it's not really the way I intended it to go, but it just kind of led me down a road, and that's where I went. And the story, you know, it's not like a personal story necessarily, but it's really, really, really dives into the darkness of it all. And I mean, a lot of my music kind of veers that way anyway, but that one's like just a different kind of dark, I guess. And it's kind of slow and just like dirty sounding. I don't know, something about it. But and then I did Scarface, which I've pretty much been calling my theme song. I usually say that when I'm playing it live. It's kind of my theme song. And, you know, a song like Scarface kind of has like, oh, this is, you know, I'm calling myself a gangster or something. I don't know. But, you know, really, it's just about how kind of one of the things that I mentioned in the song is that I have a scar on my face, placed to your right. So it's on the left side of my face. And so that whole song is just about getting older and kind of the roughness sometimes of that, the existential dread and doom that you kind of get into. One of my favorite lines in that song is, I've grown this long only to become this height. I just think that's a funny line because, I'm pretty short, and it talks about my shortcomings a lot. And then there's a part in it about nostalgia, kind of looking back to the goldenness of childhood and how to sometimes my adult life, I just strive to get back to that place, and all the ways to do that are kind of empty and not. It's an artificial way of getting there. There's no real way to get back. So I don't know. Maybe it's a mindset, headspace thing, but there's ways to get there that maybe aren't the healthiest that I may have partook. And then my last one, which I was pretty excited about as well, Completely Closed. I had it was an old song that I did with the band, the Input Architects. It was our first EP. Our drummer, Big D, he put the EP up on Spotify, which it had really only been on YouTube and physical copies. So, it's rough. It's our first time we were ever in the studio. So, I wasn't like chomping at the bit to get it out or anything, but it is cool to have it out there. And the guy who engineered, produced it, Jeff Easton, he listened probably for the first time in 15 years and was kind of excited about getting it re-recorded. And I love having a chance to hang out with Jeff, and I don't really have any friends unless I'm doing something productive. So it was a good excuse to get over there and hang out. We tracked the acoustic, and I really, really liked the acoustic. And I wanted to release an acoustic version, but there were, since we recorded it with the aim to do the full band, it was a little bit, there would have been some editing, some moving some stuff around. And Jeff's a coder in life, and he works, on the computer and stares at, a screen all day. So he wasn't really exactly pumped about doing the editing, mixing, mastering. So I took that to Eric to finish it off, and I'm like super happy with the way it turned out. Sounds very natural. And, with all these songs, it's really trying to capture the essence of what I do when I play live with my bigger setup. Kind of have it be a little unique, sound original. So I've been kind of working on getting that tone to come across in the studio. And so far, there's, let's say, 4 acoustic singles and I think 4 one-man band. Let's see, we got When You're Gone, Harvest Moon, Station 11, Trilogy Song. Yeah, so I'm at 4 and 4, and they're just released as singles, but eventually I'm going to group all the acoustic ones as EP, and or album probably. EPs along the way, hopefully, if I can figure out how to do a waterfall, but waterfall release, and then the live in the studio EP as well. And all the live in the studio, and it comes with the video because I recorded the whole thing with my cameras, my nicer cameras, even though, it didn't come out as great quality as I was hoping, but it is better than anything else I've got. And it looks good enough. It's a little, I got these nice cameras. I didn't have camera operators. So I got 2 cameras, and the focus on them was a little off. So the quality isn't as great as I would like, because it could have been super pristine, but it's still good enough. And the one I'm working on now is another cover, which, this will be my second cover I've ever released, and it's kind of one near and dear to me because it was my kind of introduction to rock music, I think. I think until I liked this band and this song specifically, I was pretty much just only listening to acoustic songs. They were acoustic rock songs, some of them. A lot of Dave Matthews and John Mayer, and at that time John Mayer wasn't like the blues master electric guitar player that he is today. He was doing a lot of the singer-songwritery kind of love songs. So that was still very acoustic driven, and Jack John, a lot of stuff like that. And then I heard this band called my brother Ryan actually was telling me about them, and I put their album on one day, and the second song came on, which is a super weird song. It's called King of the Rodeo. And there was just something about it. When I was recording it, or mixing it last night, I was talking to Eric, the guy who works at Eclipse as the studio engineer. And it's like, so we were just talking about how like it's arranged perfectly. It's like everything is weird kind of, but all together the way it's panned and mixed and everything, it's very like part oriented. So it's like the electric guitar part does like the same thing the whole time. The rhythm does this like high end bell chimey type thing. The lead part has a very unique sound. The bass part, and then the drums are weird, kind of not what you kind of simple but kind of not what you'd expect. And the way it comes together with his weird vocals, I've just always loved this song. And so that night I thought it'd be cool. If I'm doing covers, I either want it to be kind of my one that I have a unique take on, or like songs that mean a lot to me. And this song, King of the Rodeo by Kings of Leon, means a lot to me because it was my real introduction to rock music. And I love, that was their second album, I think, Aha, Shake a Heartbreak. Then I got into their one before, which was Young Youth and Manhood or something like that. And then their album after that, Because of the Times, was just a game changer for me. So, I mean, all those old albums. And I mean, I love Only by the Night and Come Around Sundown. I mean, they had some good albums later, but Because of the Times was the one that like really got me because it kind of matched up that southern rock, but it was more experimental. Like there was some experimental stuff in it that just, I don't know. So anyway, I actually have, I think it's on Come Around Sundown, another Kings song that I did in that session. So I'm excited to have two. And it's not You Somebody. It's not like they're really popular stuff. It's kind of their more deep dive, off the beaten path tunes and songs that just mean a lot to me, and I thought should have got more love, I guess, ultimately, or should get more love. So that's why I'm doing those. And then pretty much have to go back in and start a new session of the acoustic tracks. Because I did 3 when I went in the first time with a live tune, Premonition Man, and we got all those mixed and mastered, Syrup, The Light, and Scarface. And then I had that bonus one that I did with Jeff, Completely Closed, which is a totally flashback tune. And I still play that one a lot, so I love to have that down. It gets very intense at the end, so that's why I love playing that one. And it's weird guitar part, not a traditional like open chord kind of song. So I think that part of it's pretty cool. But I've just been playing shows a ton. It's been a pretty busy summer. It's kind of winded down a touch at this point, so that's why I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things here with the pod. I'm going, I think, pretty sure, 90% sure I'm going down to Nashville at the end of the month to do this playlisted podcast with my good buddy Aaron Newsom. He's playing on that same show, but he's already done it like 2 or 3 times, I think. So he's kind of, I don't know, hit me to it. It's in Nashville, and it's kind of like a American Idol type thing for songwriters. So I'll be interested to, it's going to be a long drive when they don't pass me, but, worth a shot. I'm all up for the adventure. But I do have to drive 6 hours to play one song and drive back. So, of course, if it doesn't work out and they don't like it, it's going to be a little bit of a bummer. But hopefully, it'll do good, and then maybe I can come back a few times. And I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't really know what the hell I'm doing, but that's the name of the game, I think, with life to some extent. I mean, there's probably more traditional ways to do stuff than how I do it, but is that the right way? I don't know. But anyway, so that's what's been going on. And, I still got a lot of shows coming up here at the end of October. A lot of kind of week during the week. I play like a Thursday and a Wednesday and couple Tuesday. I don't know. It's just like kind of all over the place. And I've just been strung pretty thin, but everything is going good. I'm hoping to get the final mix of King of the Rodeo on Monday. I'm back in the studio, and I'm going to hopefully put that out with the video here soon. And Michigan tomorrow. I played in Decatur last night because I've been doing every third Thursday of the month at GK9 Wine and Spirits in Decatur. So yeah, that's pretty much been what's going on with me. Keep you posted. I'm going to be back at it here more regularly. So as always, I appreciate anybody who takes the time to listen, and I will catch you next time. All right, have a good one. Bye.